Hi, my name is Newell Davis with World Composting, and today we're going to take a look at our grow bag, our 10-gallon grow bag that has African Nightcrawlers in it. Now, we've had some major ups and downs in temperatures here, so I'm hoping these are doing pretty well. My urban worm bag that has them, they seem to have died off, and I primarily have millipedes now. But this system has been working pretty well. I know that at one point they sort of disappeared and then they came back really strong with these African Nightcrawlers. And I have been adding things to the system. There's a couple times I have not recorded because I had some camera issues, but I'm hoping to get back into getting this on the record that I'm doing these updates. So with that, let's take a look at this system. Let's see how it's going. And along the way, if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below and let me know if you have any questions about this system or any of my systems that I have here. So I'm looking for some more interaction from everybody. I'd love to get some questions, and I'd love to be able to go over some videos and answer those questions as well. So with that, leave a comment down below with your questions, and now let's go take a look at our system. All right, here is our 10-gallon grow bag. Let's go ahead and take the cover off here. I'm not seeing a lot of moisture on here. I have been adding, as I said, biochar. I've been adding food, but I have been adding a lot of bedding as well. As you can see, there's a lot of bedding on the top here. So we're just going to go ahead and scoop that away. Ooh, this feels a lot drier than I thought. We did find our first African Nightcrawler, though, if I can grab him. This little one's a little slippery one. He's really moving around. But you can see our first African Nightcrawler already in here. That's a good sign. This does feel a little bit dry on the top. Wow, he's really wiggling along there. And more down here. So this is a great system for this, and it's been working really well. For some reason, better than my other system. There's 3 worms now that we found. Just going to break this apart a little bit more. Here's another one. Look at that. They're really sort of swarming in here. So this is actually working pretty well. Again, this is a 10-gallon grow bag, and the way I have it set up, for those of you that have not seen my earlier videos, I added the worms with some material, but then also down here I've got a mesh grate above a bin, so that way the liquid can drain out the bottom. Man, he's still going crazy in there. And then I just keep adding more paper and more material in here. So with that, we're going to go ahead and dig down a little bit further in here. Look at that. All the material looks like it's gone, but look at all these worms in here. I mean, this system is doing really, really well. I'm probably going to have to eventually use this to repopulate my urban worm bag that I have that seems to be failing. And it's not a problem of the urban worm bag as much as just the system itself. I'm just looking here. I think that's corn that's right there, a corn kernel. I was just trying to see if there's any cocoons that I'm seeing in here. I'm not seeing any cocoons, but it looks like the worms in here are doing really good. And this is looking like a good system so far. I think it really helped once I added the bars in at the bottom so it could drain the liquid. It was getting a little bit too liquidy. There's another worm right there. Almost just squished him. We've got some of our biochar in here as well, or charcoal that I've been adding that's turning into biochar. That can work right through the worm system. It's a nice granular material that can actually be used, I think, in their gizzard as well. I'm just trying to scrape along the bottom here and see what I can find. A few more worms down there. So this system looks pretty good. There's got some big worms in here too. These are almost, it looks like they're not quite mature enough to lay cocoons, but we've got at least some of these worms in here that are these larger sizes. Now, the one thing I noticed is that this really, really needs some water. I thought I'd added a lot last time, but we're going to add a lot more this time as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab a little container here. I'm going to scoop some water from a bucket that I have right nearby and just dump it in here right on top of the worms, in fact. This is just room temperature water. But that's going to help these worms kind of get some more moisture. I'm not really worried about getting it. Remember, it can run right out the bottom of the bag if it needs to. It's perfectly fine. I don't see those worms moving all that much, although they were moving before. So with that, now we're going to do those. They do need some food in here probably, so I'm going to move them off to the side a little bit. As you can see, there's a lot of moisture in here now. Stuff kind of runs right through the system. We're going to go ahead and put these off to the side. Oh, there's a really large one right there. Still not mature though, but a really large African Nightcrawler. We've got a really lot of young juveniles in here. But right now what we need to do is we're going to add some more of our non-frozen food in here. And this stuff is just, actually there's even more worms in here. Wow, there's lots of worms in here. This system is actually doing very, very good. Lots of different sizes too. We've seen a lot of the large ones here. Look at this little tiny one. This is a baby. We're just north of a baby, I guess. Not quite a baby. Excuse me. So we're going to add more of our food cycler output, which seems to be working really well in this system. I'm going to add a whole bunch here to the bottom here. Now remember, we need to make sure we cover all this up. But this stuff has been doing really well. Now with that though, what I've been doing, sorry, a little bit of dust in the air from that, is I've not been just adding the water to that. I've been adding this gunky biochar mix from another bucket that I have. I've just got to move the bucket a little closer so I don't drip all over my floor. And this is, you can see right here, it's black. This has charcoal in it. It's charcoal mixed with fish water from my fish tank for my son's room. And you can see there's some chunks in here as well that are going to spill out. And that has biochar in it. Now, what's great about the biochar, as I've said in the past, is that it's already inoculated with a whole lot of really good minerals and nutrients for the worms. But also, it can be used, it can be ground up in their gizzards to help digest the food that's in there. And then on top of that, it really is good at sort of adding a texture to everything. So this still needs more water. Look at that. This stuff just absorbs so much water. It's very normal for this. Got to mix this up a little bit more, and I'm going to have to add probably some more water in here. I will need to make sure we get enough moisture. And I do have my sprayer, which I think I'm going to use to spray some water in here now. So this is my rigid sprayer, although there's plenty of other brands that you can get. Turn off the safety lock. There we go. This is a great way to kind of moisten everything up. I highly recommend this. By the way, I put a lot of links to items down below. It really does help me out if you go and click those links and purchase items from Amazon. Unfortunately, Amazon is one of the few stores that's willing to work with the smaller creators like me, and it does add a little bit. So I will add a link to these bags down there. I'll add a link to the sprayer that I have, or one similar. I'll add a link to a few other things down there as well. So with that, though, we're going to move these worms back inside there. These are nice and, we're getting some moisture in there. This is nice and moist. Now, as I said, this can also just run right out the bottom. In fact, we're going to just lift this up. Oh, nothing's running out the bottom yet. So there's a lot of extra moisture in here. This is a lot heavier than when I first moved it. So actually make it so you can see in here. But this has been doing pretty well. Now, the one thing we do need to make sure we do with this is cover everything up. This is one thing that, if you don't cover things up, and look, you can see right here on the side, like you can see this is all drying out. That's the one issue with these bags. They do dry out on the sides, and the center tends to stay moist more than anything. But I do like to have a layer of cardboard over this to kind of prevent some of the fruit flies and bugs and stuff from getting it. Although less issues with that over the winter than it does over the summer. The summer I get a lot more fruit flies in my basement and little fungus gnats, and I keep a shock light on, or I can add, I've done this in the past as well, I can add, I don't know if I can find it, I was going to say diatomaceous earth is a great thing to add, and I'll show you the bag right here. So I've added this actually to the past in here. This is food grade diatomaceous earth. I'll add a link down below for that as well if I can. And I've added that on the top of my systems to kind of prevent those fruit flies and fungus gnats from getting in here. And if they do, they sort of, it's a very hard material that actually breaks their exoskeleton and dries them dry out. But for the worms, it's perfectly healthy. So with that, I don't need it right now, I feel like this system is doing pretty well at the moment. And we're just going to go ahead and cover this back up, because I don't think I need any more paper in there at the moment either. And we're going to call it a day for this system. So this system is still looking good. Lots of worms. I do need to make sure that I add a double check moisture. This was a little bit little drier than I really wanted it, even though I have been adding moisture to it. So I'm a little surprised by that. But I really need to make sure that I continue to add more and more moisture to this to keep this nice and moist and those worms nice and healthy, because that's how they breathe through their skin, is by having moist skin, and then they use that to breathe. So with that, again, if you have any questions or comments or anything, please leave them down below. I'd love to have a dialogue, so just go down there to the comments and let me know what you think. All right, thank you for watching. Bye.